Hi, welcome to the launch of the JobRocket here in Edmonton. It's like 15 minutes in. It's crazy. There's been lots of action. People are very curious about the site, and it's going really good. Have a look at some of the activity that we were part of.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Peter Pilarski. As was introduced, I'm the Director of Government Relations Membership Services with Retail Council of Canada. We're joined on stage today by some of our partners. We have Dene Leather, Walmart, Safeway, and the Alberta government. And we're going to be doing a presentation today that's going to be launching our new website, the JobRocket. And we're going to have Dan O'Dell join us in a minute. He's going to go through the JobRocket website for you and tell you a little bit about what it's about. Before we do that, I wanted to tell you a little bit about Retail Council of Canada. We're an industry association that represents over 44,000 storefronts across the country. I mentioned this number, 44,000, to give you an idea of just how large our association and our industry really is. The JobRocket website was made possible through a partnership between Retail Council of Canada, HR AdWorks, the University of Alberta School of Business, and very importantly, the Government of Alberta. We're honored to be joined today by the Deputy Minister of Alberta Employment and Immigration, Shirley Howe, who's going to help us launch the website later in the presentation. But before we do that, Dan O'Dell, who's the Creative Director of the project, will take a few minutes to tell you about the JobRocket website, some of its features, and a little bit about the retail industry. So please help me welcome Dan O'Dell.
Thanks, Peter. This is a job site, first and foremost, and it's also a support site to get the word out about the retail industry. And so, but first and foremost, it has to be a successful job site. Seekers have to come there and apply for jobs, and members of the Retail Council have to put their jobs on there and find people who they're going to employ. So we're an advertising agency who does nothing but HR. And so whenever we do anything, we're all about objectives and target markets. And the target market for the JobRocket is 14 to 25 in the general audience. And because the industry has an interest in those 25 and over with some education and some experience, that's a secondary target market. So I think you'll see that this kind of influences what we do. And so we design a site playing the button game. When you land on a page, what button do we think you'd be interested in? Not what button do we think you should be interested in, because we've got something to say. It's what button are you interested in? So that's how we built this site. As we go through, I'll show you the content that we've got and how we arrived at it. This is our landing page. And as you can see, the content is wages and benefits, because it's a job site and people who are applying for a job would like to know what the wages are. YouTube stories, because this demographic likes to watch YouTube videos, so we've got some YouTube videos on there. Green Earth Community, which is about green programs and community, because this is important. And we've got education programs, which are very important. You're going to find some really good information. We'll just roll right on with some of the content that we've got here.
Money, but I think because it's a rewarding career.
So that's talking about wages in retail, and that's the talk. That's kind of the attitude that's better than most people know. And we're going to show some of the wages. Another button that we've got is top wages. Now we're updating this as we speak. We've got some CEO wages that are in the $600,000 range. And when you go $600,000 in wages and you think of retail, you don't generally put those together. But this website is going to start to put those things together so that people understand how far they can go when they start that. Our next section is YouTube videos because we think that people will click that. So we've got some content here designed specifically to appeal to this target market. Millennials. How does our industry treat millennials? How do they react to it? If you can play the video, this is one of the buttons we think will be interesting.
The millennials and Generation Y we see as the new way of doing business. So we see...
I got to tell you, when we were doing the interviews and talking to people, there is more passion for this industry than you ever do. The interpersonal contact that people have with the customers and within the office and the situations was just amazing, and it really came through. And it's not a story that normally gets out. So we're not putting it front and center, but if you explore the site, you will encounter these kinds of experiences, and it's a good first step. We move on to the education section, and what a lot of people are going to be interested in is paid tuition. If you're going to school, you've got a lot of bills, it's tough to make ends meet, you're going to be interested in that.
So you can have a life, earn money, and get educated at the same time.
Yep. Have a life, get money, and get educated at the same time. Sounds like a good package. We also want people to find out that there's more degrees people with degrees working in retail than you had any idea about. So we have an apply your degree. And on this first graphic, we have some of the ones that you would expect, you know, accounting, MBA positions, finance, etc. And at the bottom it says, and then there's some you might not have thought of. And then we want to start getting the juices like supply chain management, logistics, environmental sciences. These are not things that you normally associate with a job or a career in retail. And once we start opening up that scope, more people will see the potential of retail. And finally, to wrap up, one of the nicest things that we encountered in doing all this research is there was a major research initiative recently launched, and one of the things that just jumped out is people in retail are happy. This is not a dress rehearsal for life. This is life. You want to be happy in your job, and retail delivers that. And we call this button Happy, Happy, Happy. We hope that people will press that because they want to be happy. And the first thing they're going to encounter is that job happiness, the satisfaction rate is 89%. There's also happy with the lifestyle fit is 73%. And happy enough to share with friends, 70%. People in this industry love this industry, and hopefully when they come here looking for a job, they will touch on some of these things that make this industry so appealing to the people who are in it.
Thanks, Dan. We're going to ask Shirley Howe to come up and say a couple words on behalf of the government, and then we're going to launch the website.
Thanks, Peter. And wasn't that just a fantastic website? I think it's great for the Retail Council of Canada to be looking at using the technology to better inform people who might be interested in working in retail. And I have to let you know that I was one of those folks who had the opportunity to work in retail, and it helped me pay my bills as I was going through university. With respect to it being a fun work environment, I can attest to that. I think it's a great place to work. It's an opportunity for people who have a passion for working with other people, and also to be able to focus on a product that you might really be keen on. So I think congratulations to the Retail Council of Canada for developing this site, and I hope that people will take the opportunity, staff, and once again, congratulations to the Retail Council. We think that this is a great innovation and great leadership in terms of helping to inform people who might be interested in working in retail. And we are looking forward to continuing to work with them on other innovative projects. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Shirley. So what we're going to do now to launch the website is we're going to cut this ribbon. So we're going to ask Shirley Howe to do that for us. And so here we go. The launch of the website is official. And our booth is actually located in the very corner right here, right by the stage. So we encourage you to come by and check it out. Thank you very much.